Do you ever feel like you're posting on social media and all you hear is crickets? You're showing up, you're posting great quality content, but it just feels like no one's seeing it. There's no comments, no shares, no likes. Well, don't worry, we're going to talk about that today. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you 10 little hacks that, if you're taking notes, as soon as we're done with this video, you can hit the ground running and start implementing them right away. And trust me, these are not the same old post more often tips that you've heard before. These are real actionable strategies that you'll be able to use. If we haven't met yet, my name is Gretchen Berger. Just a little bit about my background. Something I'm pretty proud of, actually, is that I grew up on a farm and I really learned how to hustle. And then I didn't stop there. I sold books door to door in college. And that's where I got the sales bug and really the interest in learning and helping other people grow and create businesses. So, fast forward, I've spent the last 30 years mastering sales, branding, and marketing. I've helped businesses and entrepreneurs create systems that turn their audience into engaged customers. And today I'm sharing my best engagement boosting hacks with you. So, if you're ready for more likes, comments, and shares without spending hours online, let's dive in. Tip number one is ask micro engaging questions. Make it super easy for people that are following you or people that are interested in your content to comment by asking just little questions. So instead of posting a complex question where maybe they have to write a book, maybe just something super simple where it's a one word answer. So for example, maybe it would be something like tea or coffee, right? It's a really super easy question and it's really easy for them to respond to, maybe as they're walking or as they're getting into their car or something. But if it's a business post, maybe it would be something like, tell me one word that describes your day so far, right? So that's an idea for you. People are just way, way more likely to engage with your content if it's something that they can respond to really easily. Tip number two, use the hook story question formula. So people engage when they see themselves in your story. So use a hook to grab them into the story so that they listen to your story. And then you can ask them a question at the end. So for example, you could say something like, last year, I almost quit my business, but this one shift changed my mindset. So that's kind of your hook. That would be an example of a hook. Then you can share a short story and then ask a question at the very end. Maybe, have you ever felt like giving up in your business? That would be a great question to ask at the end. So anyway, hook, story, question. So that's a little formula for you. Tip number 4, this or that polls in your stories. So stories are an engagement gold mine. If you're not using them, start using them. So use polls within your stories to get people to interact with your content. So for example, what's your biggest business struggle? And then give them 2 options like content creation or finding leads. Polls work because people love to give their opinions, and Instagram and Facebook actually reward the interactive content by showing it to more people. Tip number 5, the 3-word caption hack. Most people overthink their captions, but short captions can really stop the scroll and grab attention. So instead of long captions, try something like dream, build, engage, repeat. So your time is now. Something like that. Short, impactful captions make people more likely to engage. Tip number 6, call out your ideal audience. Start your post by calling out exactly who your posts are for. For example, instead of saying, here are some tips on sales, say entrepreneurs who want to close more deals, read this. This makes the right people stop and engage with your content. Tip number 7, respond to every comment with a question. If someone takes the time to comment, don't just say, oh, thanks. Keep the conversation going. If someone says, this is great advice, instead of just liking their comment, say, oh, which tip stood out to you the most? More comments equals more visibility for your post. Tip number 8, use trending audio for your reels and your shorts. Instagram and TikTok prioritize the content that's using trending sounds. So, a simple trick, go to the Instagram Reels section, click on the music icon, and check what's trending on there. Then use one of those sounds on your next video for just an instant boost in visibility. You can also use outside apps as well that keep track of all the trending audio, and so you can utilize those and then find that music, the trending videos within Instagram or TikTok, and just implement that as well. Tip number 9, behind the scenes hack. People love to see behind the scenes. They like to see, what's it like in your office? What is she like? What is he like? Unpolished on that side of the business. So really, like, go ahead, show your workspace and what it looks like in a day of life. Just be raw and unedited. This builds trust and encourages engagement as well. And a lot of the times it can end up being one of your most trending reels or posts ever. Tip number 10, ask for engagement directly. This is the simplest hack, but a lot of people don't do it. So just ask. Say, drop an emoji if you agree, or tag someone who needs to hear this, or forward this message, or share this with your friend that you know needs to hear this. The more engagement your post gets, the more people see it. Just simple and effective, and a great way to end. So there you have it, the 10 powerful ways to boost your engagement on social media. Now, if you want a done for you content strategy that takes the guesswork out of all posting, I've got you covered. Actually, just download my free social posting content calendar below, and I'll have that linked in the description. Also, if you wouldn't mind commenting below which one of the tips that you are going to start implementing today, that would really be awesome. I read all of my comments and respond to each one of them myself.